So this is the Maha breath. Now, what this does is join together a lot of the pieces of what you've been working with. So we're talking about unifying 9 of the elements of practice. And the first of these is body position. How are you sitting? And we've talked about practices like, tucking the feet in, getting the knees below the pelvis, sitting in lotus if you can do that with the soles of the feet facing upwards. So with body position, erect the centers over each other. The body position is first. The second of the elements is using your tongue. Now the tongue positions, we've got 6 tongue positions that you've worked with. The first position where the tongue is flat in the mouth. The second position where his tongue is on the back of the teeth. The third position where you're on the roots of the top teeth. Fourth position on the cerebral point. The fifth position where the soft palate and the hard palate join right at the back of the mouth. And the sixth position where the tongue extends up into the soft palate, aiming up towards the back of the nostrils. So we've got those different tongue positions as well. The third element is the eyes, what you're doing with the eyes. And the 2 key positions we're working with at the moment is looking upwards and looking downwards. So on the inhalation, generally, we're going to be taking the eyes upwards. And on the exhalation, generally, we're going to be taking the eyes downwards. You can sustain in the upward position for a number of breaths if you want to. So that's body position, tongue, and eyes. The fourth element is hand positions. And when you're sitting with the arms down, you're going to have the hands in an open format like this with the palm upwards. And you can have the digit tips, the index fingertip and the thumb tip touching. There are other hand positions we're going to be working with. You've covered all of these. Palms open, first finger out, this position. 2 fingers open, finger curled, thumb wrapped, and into this position here like this. We've covered all of these. And you're going to be working with those positions with the arms up in the air. And then from there, bringing the hands down behind the head, to the brow, to the throat, to the heart, to the belly, to the earth. Open the palms up. So you've got those positions in place. So that's hand positions. The fifth element is working with the phase transitions, getting that feeling and that awareness in the body of solidity, fluidity, kinesis, gaseousness, spaciousness, and awareness mind. Spacious awareness, if you like. That feeling of awareness as space, space as awareness, the whole body as awareness. So we've got those phase transitions in place as well. The next part of this is working with the sound, if you want to, and that's a mental sound, a mentally created sound of lung, bung, rang, yang, hung, and ong. Lung, bung, rang, yang, hung, ong. And you create those inside your head when you're doing the practice, if that works for you. And another element, of course, is symbol. So you can work with the symbols of earth, which is that yellow cube in the red petals, or the ball of water, the globe of water, planet Earth, essentially with the moon behind it, in those orange petals, or that downward facing pyramid of fire in the dark blue petals, or the gaseous pyramids, the green translucent pyramids of downward pointing and upward pointing, crossing over each other with those the blood red petals around them. And then the spaciousness of the crescent moon in open space with 16 petals of smoky violet, or the 2 petals, the 2 white petals holding the sun and the moon and the crystal Jyotirlingam. The crystal Jyotirlingam between them. So you've got these, and then you've also got the open spaciousness of the crown. So you've got these different elements that you can work with in symbolism as well, if that works for you. And again, this can be built up over time. It's not crucial. So the 8th position is alignment. And what we're aligning with here is the gravitational force of the earth, finding that central line flow through from the gravitational force of the earth. and also aligning with the expansive force of the unicity of the cosmos, the whole universe. We are the universe. So we're tuning into and feeling our place within that as the universe itself, not as a separate chunk of stuff in the universe. So we're dissolving that uh, experience of separation momentarily for the purposes of practice, to come into a deeper sense of alignment and connection with the whole cosmos, from its moment of initiation into its continued expansion, into its dissolution, into its recreation, or whatever else happens with it. We're tuning into us as this, as it is. And the ninth element of practice is, of course, awareness. This awareness is listening to what's right. So if I'm saying the aim is 36 breaths, that might not be right for you. It might be 3 breaths, it might be 4 breaths, it might be 9 breaths. So you're continuously also tuning into what this system is saying, this livingness in relationship to everything else. What is the informational web communicating, and how well do you tune into that? So there's a listening, there's a feeling, there's a sensing, operating through all the senses available to you to access all the intelligence of the world in all its shapes and forms, as solidity, as fluidity, as kinesis, as gaseousness, as spaciousness, as awareness, in all the complexity of being alive and all the beauty of being alive. So you're tuning into all of this awareness as well, and that gives you the 9 elements of practice. Body position, eyes, tongue, hand positions, phase transitions, sound, symbol, alignment, and awareness. The Maha breath is this living, vibrating body, and tuning into all of it as we're breathing. It's really important to be listening in power, sensitively listening in a place of power and authority. It's a nasal wild inhale on every breath. So your nose training is coming into place. If you need to use the tongue on the top of the mouth to enable that, then do that for now. Right? But it's a nasal wild inhale. Having said that, we begin the practice with an exhalation. So we exhale, and at the end of the exhale, squeeze the transverse abdominal muscles inwards. And with that squeeze there, we find the pelvic floor lifting. So at the beginning of the inhale, we keep that pelvic floor lifting and maybe even pulse it a little bit. So as we breathe in, it increases the pressure into the intra-abdominal area. And that means the upper part of the abdomen is available for expansion of the diaphragm down, but the lower part is going to stay slightly pressurized. So we get that in-breath here, so we get that abdomen pressurized. And the feeling here is breathing into the front and the sides and the back of that upper abdomen. Of course, with that pressurization of the abdomen, what we then get is the ribs 6 to 10 opening up. And so that's going to be back, side, front in the ribs 6 to 10. And we're feeling all of the intercostal muscles. We're feeling all of the muscles of the body, all of the respiratory muscles working, all of the stabilizing muscles of the body working. We're feeling everything. And then we're coming up into the upper ribs here, 1 to 5, which is front, side, back. And breathing into the back of the throat here. And getting a sense of lift in the back of the neck as we do that. Bringing this back top point of the head up towards the sky. The chin drops very slightly, keeping that length the whole time. We're feeling the whole of the inhale, all the muscles of the inhale. And at the same time, we're keeping the face relaxed, the eyes relaxed, the jaw relaxed, the upper trapezius relaxed. None of this social engagement system is being involved in the practice. It's all supremely relaxed. That's one full inhale. There's a moment of connection to the fullness in the inhale, and then we relax into the exhale and feel the external intercostals relax. And as that continues, we are dropping down into that squeeze of the internal intercostals, squeezing the ribs in and down, squeezing the transverse abdominals down gently in to complete that exhale. So that's a full, complete inhale. all the way up, and as long as it takes you. Time is not important. Awareness is key here. And then that full, complete exhale. For the first 9 breaths, we're going to keep the hands on the knees, on the lap. It can either be in Dana Mudra here like this, or the hands open like this, either of those two. And breathing in. As you breathe in, you're going to be taking the eyes up and sliding the tongue along the top of the mouth. And back down again on the exhale. So the tongue and the eyes are dynamic on the inhale and exhale. So that's 9 breaths. And we're going to go stay clear and present the whole time. So again, you're listening to body mind and working out whether you're going into a fizzy-fuzzy state or not, and making a choice. Because you can build this up over years of practice. There's no hurry. So we're staying full, present, clear, and in awareness for all of those breaths. And those first 9 breaths are setting up those physical parameters, the tongue, the eyes, the hands, the body, feeling all those muscles in activation without forcing any of them. This is not about force. This is about activation in a good way, in a positive way, in a powerful way, really opening up, switching those muscles on to open up those lungs, and then releasing down and squeezing it out, all of it without force, but with good activation. It's a beautiful practice. That's the first 9 breaths. What we add in then is on the inhale, we'll be building in those awareness centers, feeling those phase transitions, activating the sounds if that's appropriate, and the symbols on the awareness, on the inhalation up. So we're going solidity, fluidity, kinesis, gaseousness, spaciousness, awareness mind. On the inhale, holding it, taking attention up into the crown, and then micro hold, just attention in the crown, then exhale, release down through those elemental feelings again of mind, awareness, spaciousness, gaseousness, kinesis, fluidity, solidity. On the way down, as the tongue comes back forwards, as the eyes come down, looking down. So we're unifying that internal experience with the body movements. And then for the next 36 breaths after that, the next phase or round, we're going to be taking the arms up into the air. So we're going to do 36 breaths here. And we're going to do 6 breaths in each of the hand positions. Palms open, palms like this, palms like this, palms tucked, thumbs up, the arms up, facing up, pulling the shoulders down. So in this position, the shoulders don't elevate. We're keeping the shoulders down and the upper trapezius switched off here all the way. Then join the palms together, shoulder blades pull down, interdigitate the fingers, fingers pointing up, reaching up here. So we're going to take 6 breaths in each of these positions. Again, as much as possible, sustaining that tongue position. You can actually, with this one, you can do the tongue for each of those 6 breaths, the tongue in one position coming back, so that you notice the tongue correlates. This position here and this position here, the tongue is now behind the top teeth, at the top of the teeth. This position here with the palms open like this, the tongue is on the top of the mouth. This position here, the tongue is right up the soft, hard palate border. This position here, the tongue is reaching up into the soft palate and is sustained up here. So we're going to do 6 breaths in each of these positions. And then we're going to go into a breath hold. So you can do your 9 breaths, setting up the practice here in sitting. If you want to, if that feels right, you can add in a breath hold here and come into that diaphragmatic release, the Uddiyana Bandhas. That's it. You can do 9 breaths, come into that exhale hold. Come into an inhale hold afterwards. Conscious release. Inhale, hold. Bring your attention down into the heart space, the center of mind. Emanate goodness into your body, into your life, into the world around you. So you can add in the breath holds as well after the first 9 breaths. Then come into that next 36 breaths here. 6 breaths at each position with the hands and the tongue and the eyes can move up and down. If you want to, you can keep them up. Last inhale, exhale, breathe out, breath hold. Open the diaphragm. Release the hands through the positions, holding the breath. Palms together slowly, holding the breath out, holding the breath out, holding the breath out. Shoulder blades down, palms together slowly, press them together, press them in, release them, palms down, interdigitate the fingers, holding the breath out, fingertips touching, thumbs touching. When you're ready, release the breath, breathe in, hold the inhale. Bring your attention into the heart, down into the body, emanate. And that's the second round of 36 breaths. 6 breaths in each of those hand positions as we go up, and then bringing the hands back down through those positions as we hold the breath with the diaphragm open. Coming into release, and then coming into an in-breath hold. Now, on the in-breath hold, you can also use the other hand positions. This thumb tuck position on the thighs, the second position on here, coming into this craniosacral pump. Third position, getting that tuck down, drawing in. Fourth position, pressing the palms together strongly, elbows parallel to the ground. Thumbs onto the throat, fingers on the forehead. Hands to brow. Hands over the head, reaching back behind you. Palms up in the air. Releasing, coming down, and releasing that breath hold. That can also be done on the in-breath hold. So we're pulling all these pieces together you've been learning. Now the third round of practice, we're going to do 10 breaths in each position with an additional 3 breaths at the top, making it 63 breaths altogether. And this is an aim. Okay? So again, we're going to be beginning. Exhalation. Inhale, arms up. And 10 breaths in each of these positions. Full, steady breaths, feeling again all the respiratory muscles and everything. Full awareness, full listening. Exhale, breath hold. Open the diaphragm. Hand positions, tongue positions, eye position. Palms together. Press them in. Hold the breath hold. Diaphragm open. Palms down. Release. Hands onto thighs. Hold the breath hold as long as is good. Consciously release. Inhale slowly, consciously through the nose. Wild inhale. Chin down. Drop the attention into the heart. So coming into the fourth round now. Fourth round, the palms are down on the lap. So let's do 9 breaths here. Feeling that front side back, back side front, front side back. Feeling all the muscles, feeling that internal awareness of spaciousness of the centers. Body as solidity, body as fluidity, body as kinesis, fire, the mitochondria. Body as gaseousness, as air, as oxygen, as nitrogen, as hydrogen. Body as space, quantum space. Body as mind, awareness, all of this. Feeling it all. 9 breaths here. Palms together in the heart, in front of the heart. 9 breaths here. Pressing the palms together, shoulder blades down. Using your tongue, using your eyes. Hands to the brow. 9 breaths. Using your tongue, using your eyes. Palms together behind the back of the neck. Squeeze the elbows together, push them towards the sky, shoulder blades down. Nine breaths, press the palms together. And reach the palms up, straight up to the upward mudra. Take the eyes up. 9 breaths here. Space mudra. Tongue to the back of the mouth. Nine breaths. Air mudra, tongue to hard palate, soft palate. 9 breaths. Shoulder blades down. Tongue top of the mouth. Fire. Tongue behind the top teeth. Next mudra. 9 breaths. Full breaths. Fluidity. Palms open, tongue behind the teeth. Power the breath, 9 breaths. All the way out, all the way in. Breath hold, open the diaphragm. Hands first position, tongue first position. Hands second position, tongue second position. Eyes going up. Hands third position, tongue third position, top of the mouth. Hold the breath out. Tongue fourth position. Hands fourth position, looking up. Fifth position, tongue up along the root, soft palate. Eyes looking all the way up. Hold the breath out, hold the breath out, hold the breath out, hold the breath out. Sixth position, hold the breath out. Eyes all the way up, tongue all the way up. Hold the breath out. Drop the palms behind the head, stay with the fingers interlocked. Hold the breath out, diaphragm open. Bring the palms forward, top of the head, forehead. Hold the breath out. Open the palms, rub them across the eyes, the ears, the nose, the mouth, down onto the heart. Hold the breath out, hold the breath out, hold the breath out. Navel, hold the breath out. Down to the floor, fingertips touch the floor, palms open. Hold the breath out. When you're ready, consciously release. Breathe in. Chin down, hands on thighs. Go through the hand positions. 2, 3, 4 positions for the in-breath hold. 5, 6, 7, 8. Take the palms out, release, open up. Stay with the breath hold and release. Alternate nostril, out through the left, or if you're female, you can go out through the right if you want, if that feels right for your body. In through the left, slowly. Breath hold. Out through the second side whenever you're ready. Listen to your body. Hold the breath out. When you're ready, in through that second side. Slowly, 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 hold the breath in. Uniting head, heart, belly, pelvis in alignment with the force of gravity and the universe. Breathe out slowly. Hold the breath out. That's 1 round. Do 9 rounds. In your own time, do 9 rounds. I'm going to do it without fingers. Use your fingers if you need to. If you want to, you can chant in your mind the mantra Om at the heartbeat rhythm. Feel your heartbeat, chant the mantra Om at the heartbeat rhythm. Or any of the other mantras that we've worked with, Om, Hrim, Panchadashi, Gayatri, you can use them all, or something else, other meaningful sounds. If you're involved with a particular tradition, so the Native American tradition, you have meaningful words that work for you, put them inside. If you're Islamic, it could be Allahu Akbar. It could be Ya Rahman, Ya Ramin, Ya Malik, Ya Qudus, Ya Salam. If you're a Christian, it could be something else. Whatever connects you, whatever your religare, your way of connecting deeper into the source is, place it internal into the breath, inside, the deepest part of you. Slow breath now. Slow the breath down. Hold the breath out for as long as you can, making sure each part of the breath is calm, is clear. So there's no rush anywhere. When you've completed your 9 rounds, do 9 rounds super coherent breath, breathing in really slowly, spreading the nose wide. See how slow and still you can make the breath. So you can use your eye movements on the inhale, taking the eyes up on the inhale, dropping them down, looking down past the nose on the exhale, and get that continuity of experience of non-referentiality and embodiment together with the breath. Feel the whole system, whole body, breathing, heart beating. 38 trillion cells vibrating, 1 billion electrochemical interactions per second in every single cell. Feel this livingness. Feel it. Love it. Live it. Give your attention now back to the awareness. Give the breath back to the brainstem. Just awareness of breathing. Drop your palms, thumb tips touching, palms on top of each other onto the lap. And feel everything, sense everything, notice everything. 6 directions around you, in front of you, behind you, side to side, down below, up above, and internally, the central line of the body in alignment with this earth, with space-time, with the source. And you can sit for as long as you want to. To complete the practice, what we're going to do is take an inhale, bring your palms up, breathing in, take your hands onto your eyes, hum with the hands on the eyes first of all, and then bring that hum back with the hands onto the ears, and drop the hands down, humming with the hand on the heart. There's 4 breaths like this. Breathing in, humming. You can do the mantra Om if you want to, but humming is good as well. Put your hands on your belly as well if you want to. At least 4 breaths like that. Welcome to the Maha breath. It's going to take time to learn it. It's going to take time to get all the nuances of it built and in place in a really good way. So just go over this video again and again as much as you need to really enjoy this weave of those 9 elements of practice. And thank you. Thank you. Thank we.